a haul video from the flea market. I wasn't feeling too great, so I decided not to take my cart to the flea market. I would just carry a bag with me, which means I was a little bit limited in what I could buy. Couldn't buy anything too huge. So I have almost all jewelry today. And as usual, I'm having a bit of buyer's remorse that I know I paid too much for a few things, but maybe I'll be proved wrong. We'll have to see. Sometimes I want something and I just have to have it, and it clouds my judgment. So, oh, look at this. What is this giant? She is shedding so much. Look at this giant thing I just pulled off of her. Okay, there you go. All right. So without further ado, no, you don't need to climb there. Okay. Without further ado, I will start with the jewelry, and there's a lot of it. And this is my first thing I'll show you. This is a lovely turquoise necklace. It is probably from Tibet, India, Nepal, the Himalayan area, around in that part of the world. And it's just so unusual. I had never seen one exactly like this. It's a very pretty piece of turquoise, and then it's framed with these seed beads. I imagine the orange ones are coral, and a nice little beaded necklace part. And I paid $30 for that. And I was thinking that it was pretty old. It just looks old. I don't like the back, though. The back is cardboard. I think there was probably a piece of metal on here at one time that came off. But it seems to be pretty secure. It's not going anywhere, so whatever. I started looking closer, though, and it is beaded on this very thick nylon beading string. So it's possible that it was restrung, or it could be maybe not quite as old as I thought, but it's probably no later than the 70s anyway. Okay, so I bought this, this is Mexican silver. It's Laton, Laton. I have sold that maker before, and it's a pretty little butterfly, very heavy, and it is 1980s, I believe, and I paid $15 for that. And then this, I think this is one of my favorite pieces I bought. This is a Victorian style bright cut heart locket, but look at this. Look at that. Folds out to put four pictures in it. It's great for a parent with children or grandchildren or whatever. But anyway, and then it snaps closed. Like that. There's a little tarnish on it, but I paid $15 for that. These sell really well. The last one of these I had, it was a ball rather than a heart, and I think it had more than 4 pictures, but it was a little smaller. Anyway, it sold right away. It sold for good money, so I should be okay on that. Let's see. This is pretty cool. I'm guessing this is probably 1960s. Nice, ornate, kind of a Victorian style. It's silver plated. It does look like silver though, but I tested it just to be sure. And I paid $5 for that. Let's see, let's get into some of the ridiculous stuff that I paid ridiculous amounts of money for. This is a charm bracelet, and it's all sterling silver. I believe that the original charms date from the 1930s, and then I think, it's possible some of the ones that were added are later, but it's really neat. It's got some very cool stuff on it. It's got a couple of St. Christopher medals. This is one of my favorites. It's like a little baby, and it has a wooden head, and the arms move. And there's a tiny little violin with a bow. There's a little tiny binoculars. Maybe the person was a bird watcher, which I can relate to. There's quite a few little Western things, horses, bunking bucking bronco. There's an elephant. But wait, I have to show you my very favorite. Where did it go? Here it is. This just, when I saw this, I just about died. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but it's a little chicken on a nest. And look, you open it and there's little chickies inside. And then on the bottom, it says, no cover charge. How cute is that? There's some bells. There's a high button lady's shoe. What else? There's a couple of hearts. One of them has a U.S. Army type eagle insignia on it, and the other just has an initial. So anyway, I think there's 2 blind mice. I'm assuming there was a third one that's gone. They're very cute. Anyway, it's pretty heavy. I did pay $120 for this. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off. I hate to do this. In fact, the only reason I bought this was because Alex said he was going to break it up. And I was like, oh no, don't do that. But he said, I can make so much more money if I sell all the charms separately. And I was like, no, don't do that. So I'm not going to do it completely, but I think, going to take the 2 St. Christopher medals off because these do sell very well by themselves. I'm thinking, my preliminary thought is 35 for one and 25 for the other. So, Muffin, shh. So that's $60 right there. And then I just have to cover another $60. And I think I'm going to try to sell this without the 2 Christophers for maybe $250. It might be a little high. It might go a little lower than that, but I'm going to try. So we'll see how it goes. I may just be insane. And then this is the other piece that I went a little crazy for. This is a nice old Mexican silver, probably dates from the 1950s. Has an eagle mark. Oh God, what is she doing? She's chasing that little fluff of fur I pulled off of her. It's so unusual though. It's with these leaves and the brass beads hanging off the leaves. It's just so pretty. And it is signed. I have not yet been able to determine who the seller is. But I have just ordered a new book that I hope is going to help me with some of these Mexican jewelry sellers. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a nice clear mark. Oh my God, what is your problem? Muffin! Shh. She's gone insane. Why do they always do this? The second you turn the camera on, they go insane. Anyway, I did pay $100 for that. I think it was too much. I wasn't going to buy it at first. I just said, no, Alex, I cannot pay that for this. And he was like, just take it. Just take it, sell it on consignment. And if you can't, at least double your money in the next month, bring it back and I'll give you a full refund. Or just bring it back. He wasn't going to make me pay for it. That made me really uncomfortable. So I finally just said, okay, fine. I will buy it. I will give you the $100 if you will let me return it if I can't sell it for what I want to sell it for. And he said, absolutely, no problem. So I trust him. He's a good guy. So we're going to try. Let's see. A few other things I probably paid too much for. Story of my life. This is a tiny little cuff bracelet. It does, it fits me. And, I have a little wrist, so it's nice if you have a small wrist because cuff bracelets hardly ever fit me. Pretty little, it's probably native made. It's, turquoise. And I paid $15 for that one. And this one has a little chip turquoise turtle and some very nice stamping. And I paid $20 for that one. Got a turquoise ring that's just a very unusual style. I don't know if you can hear that. The devil's chasing her, I think. This is just really a cool looking ring. It is handmade. I don't think it's a Native American. It's something else. Just as marked 925. But pretty awesome. Paid $20 for that. Paid $15 for this ring, which is turquoise with dragons on it. It is handmade. Again, I think it's just marked 925. Or it has a mark on it. I can't read it though. Anyway, that's cool. Dragons always seem to do well. Muffin? Huh? What? What seems to be the problem? Do you see something outside? I hope not. She sees things outside, What do you see? No, there's nothing back there. She wants to mark her territory. It's not good if she sees things outside. Okay, let's see. Last thing, I probably paid too much. Well, not the last thing. Is this. I absolutely love this. It is a very old souvenir of Capri, the Isle of Capri, Italy. Listen to that bell. Isn't that the most enchanting sound you've ever heard? And how I'm going to communicate this on a online listing, I don't know. But it has all kinds of information on it. It is 800 silver. It says Campanina della Fortuna, which I think means little bell of fortune or something like that. San Michel. I'll have to do some research and find out. There's probably some tourist attraction there that this is based on. Anyway. So cute, and I paid $15 for that. Yikes. Okay. This is pretty cool. This is lapis lazuli necklace from India. It does still have its little India tag on it. I paid only $5 for this. It's not silver, but it's cool. And the reason I only paid $5 is it doesn't have a clasp. Somebody made this necklace with no clasp, and it's definitely too big. It won't go over your head. So I'm going to have to cut it apart and add a clasp. But that's really pretty easy to do. So let's see. This is a Bow Sterling pin, probably from the 1940s. Very nice. I paid $10 for that. And these next three things I paid $10 total for. This is a very nice locket. It has a little painting, it's not hand painted or anything, but it looks like a painting. It looks like it should be an Avon or a Sarah Coventry piece, but it does not appear to be marked. It has a barrel clasp, so I think it's probably has a 1960s look to it. It's kind of neat. And then I bought a couple more mother of pearl necklaces. I sold the last two that I had in my shop, so this is these are probably 1960s, 1970s. This one has some other beads and a little bit different, but those are cute. Okay, let's see, some more silver. Just love these. I paid $12 for these. I was thinking that they were going to be Native American. They're very well signed. And after a little detective work, I did figure out that the artist is Anne Farella, I think was the name. Anne Farella. She's not Native American, but she is a well-known Santa Fe artist who obviously uses tribal style designs. She's known for her spirals. She shows in some of the nice galleries there, so her stuff is very well thought of and goes for pretty good money. So I think I will do okay on those. They're very nice. I got this little bracelet. I was hoping against hope that it was going to be silver. It's like all dirty and disgusting. I'm not even 100% sure that those stones are turquoise. They look like turquoise, but they might be something else. It's so dirty. But I did test it, and alas, it's not sterling. It is silver-plated copper. And I paid $6 for it. But it has a nice look to it. I think once I clean it up, it's cute. And I think this is the last piece of jewelry. This is a little hand-carved, rutilated quartz bear fetish necklace. It's on a sterling silver chain. It's, wrapped in sterling silver. And I paid $8 for that. So that is it for the jewelry. Oh, wait, sorry, one more piece. I missed this one. This is a little mid-century mesh bracelet with art glass stones, kind of little lumpy pink stones. They're very cute. And I paid $5 for that. Okay, now we're done with the jewelry. This is sort of jewelry related. This is a belt buckle. It's got some kind of biker symbolism, I guess. It's got a cross and some skulls and some snakes on it. Thought that just has to be a winner. It's not marked at all, but clean and nice, and I paid $5 for that. Got a little jewelry box with a swan on it, and these type of glass jewelry boxes. It is brass. It's pretty weathered, but looks neat. Anyway, needs a little cleanup. This is probably 1960s to 1970s, and I paid $5 for that. This is one of my favorite things that I bought. Is this the cutest little Art Nouveau jewelry box you ever saw? I have big ones like this, but I've never seen one this tiny. And look what it has inside. It has a little porcelain rose inside. Probably broke off something else, but it looks cute in there, so I'm going to leave it. And it has its original silk lining. This is a genuine antique. This is probably turn of the century. Just adorable. $5. No. Have any markings on it? No, I don't see any markings on it. So cute. Bought a paperweight. This is Langham Glass House, made in England. It's signed on the bottom, and it has its tag. It's in nice condition. These don't sell for a whole lot. I paid $5 for it, so I should do okay. And this is another... What I really was thinking long and hard about anything that wasn't jewelry because I didn't want to carry it around. So, when I saw this, I had to have it. This is a made in Japan mid-century piece. It's got all these little fruit spice bottles. So it's got ginger. It's got paprika with the label. Anyway, I was trying to figure out some way that this label was not upside down, but it is. It's painted on there upside down. Somebody just didn't know what they were doing. Oh, I see that my husband is just arriving home. Nutmeg. What's this one? Cinnamon and cloves on a little bowl. Isn't that the cutest thing? I paid $12 for that. It's in super nice condition. And I've looked everywhere. I've seen a lot of the made in Japan spice racks with the little drawers in a box with fruit on them, but I've never seen one that looks like this where the bottles are actually fruit. Laundry. One last thing. Another one of my religious icons. I just love this stuff. And this is, I believe, Our Lady of Guadalupe. This one is not super old. It does have, it's got layers of grime and grit on it, so it has been sitting around a while. But I don't know, something about her face makes me think this is probably more of a 1960s piece. And the back does not look old, really. So, I don't know, that's what the bottom is. May have even been artificially aged, but it's pretty. I like it. And I only paid $15 for it, so it's very nice. So that's it. That is my haul video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like these items, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and comment if you care to. Is my husband coming home? And visit me on vintagedazz.etsy.com. Thanks. Bye. I'm making a video, but I'm just finishing up right now. Bye.